We're here with head coach Danny Hayden for our weekly baseball conference. Coach, obviously a good weekend, good offensive weekend for you with the sweep of Purdue Fort Wayne. What was some of the highlights and what were some of the improvements you saw compared to the previous weekend?
Well, we were able to play the game much faster at a different speed, and this is one of those where I kind of talk about I don't care a ton who we're playing. A lot of it is how we play the game. But I felt like we were a lot more confident playing the game at a really, really fast speed this weekend, and that's something that has to be it's our blueprint to be successful no matter who we're playing. It's the only way we're going to be able to beat really, really good baseball teams later in the year is because of the speed we play the game gets other teams uncomfortable. And we got to take what the game gives us, and we had a lot more opportunities to play fast against Purdue Fort Wayne than we did against Texas A&M week one. But our guys were ready for that too, and they took full advantage of playing the game really fast. Offensively, I thought we swung the bats well all three games. There were some missed opportunities offensively. I think we could have put some more runs up, especially in Friday's game. But I thought we swung the bats well all weekend. And then pitching-wise, where there were some bright spots, definitely an area for some improvement still.
What's gotten into Will Vogelsang and his power surge so far this year?
I mean, you gotta ask him, man. I don't. It's pretty cool. I was joking with one of the umpires after he hit the home run on Saturday Saturday I think it was. I was like, man, I think that kid's got 3 home runs in his career, and he's got 3 home runs already this season. So it's been pretty cool. He's definitely very confident at the plate right now. He had been hitting the ball really well this fall and leading into the season. He looked like a different hitter, but it wasn't like he was banging balls out of the park all fall either. So he's definitely got his chest out right now, feeling pretty good. He's worked really hard. He's made some significant improvements in how he handles himself on and off the field, and I think he's getting to see the benefits of those things right now.
And you did mention, wanting to see some improvement from the pitching staff, but were there any guys who really stood out as doing a good job this past weekend?
Well, Sam Bachman was awesome. I mean, he was incredibly dominating on Friday. That was really cool to see. I think Sam can do that against just about every opponent we play. When he's in the strike zone and he's throwing 3 pitches with that much conviction, Sam is a really, really special pitcher. So I was really excited to see that from him. There were some new guys to get on the mound that was really good. Spinozzi had a good inning. That was the first time we got to see him. I know we talked about it after the game, but getting Jay Wilson back on the mound was really good. I know Grant Hartwig had a bad taste he needed to get out of his mouth after A&M, and he came in and threw the ball pretty well. So there were definitely some good spots. And then there were some learning spots for some other guys. I think Kent Egbert is going to be a great pitcher this year. I think he's going to be a big-time pitcher in our program. But I think he had a big learning weekend this weekend, and he's gonna get better because of some of the frustration that he had this weekend. That adversity is going to make him a much better pitcher. There are a couple other guys that would go in that grouping as well. But I continue to feel good about the direction our staff is going. This is a group that is getting better, I think, every week. There's still plenty of room for improvement, but they're up for the challenge for sure.
And even though the midweek game was canceled for today, are you feeling like your guys are ready to take on that extra game and start playing midweek games here soon?
Yeah, there's still some pitchers that are, they're looking for their opportunity. They're waiting for their time. Lawson Blackmore he had a pretty good outing at A&M, one of the few bright spots on the mound at Texas A&M, and he didn't get to pitch this weekend because we were kind of making sure he was ready to go for today. So he's definitely chomping at the bit, wanting some opportunities. And then there's a handful of other guys in that bullpen that, they need to get out there and show us what they can do. John Meyering is one of those guys for sure. There's probably 4 or 5 other guys that are sitting there waiting to show us what they can do against another Jersey, and we're excited to get to see them do it too. We really need that 4th game to make sure that we can see all these guys and make sure that we can continue putting the puzzle together the right way. When we get 70% of our innings we talk about are going to be from new guys this year compared to a season ago, we're not so arrogant to think we have it all figured out right now as a coaching staff either. We want to see these guys go out and compete and earn those roles, and that's what this time of the year is for.
All right, this weekend you're heading down to Birmingham, Alabama to take on UAB. What can you tell us about the Blazers?
They're very well coached. I haven't played against UAB in a few years, but I've always been impressed with their program. They're easy to look at a stat sheet and see. They do a lot of things really well. I think in some capacity they'll be similar to us. They run the bases. It's a priority in their program. They steal a lot of bases. They're hard out of the box every time. I think we're as prepared as any team could be for that because of the way we play. So we enter squad a ton. Our guys are used to trying to get extra 90 feet, which means our outfielders are used to getting the ball in quickly and throwing complete passes to cutoff men and those kind of things. So I think we're prepared to play somebody fast, but it'll definitely be a good test. They play the game at a high speed, plus they're very talented. So it'll be a really good weekend. I think this will be two pretty evenly matched teams going at it. And excited to see what how our team responds, because there'll be times in these games where there's some significant adversity, like there was last weekend, like there was 2 weekends ago, and it's always good to see our continued resolve and how are we always prepared for the adversity, always prepared to strike back, and as we can get 100% ready for those things, that's when I think we're going to really take off and be a really successful program.
Thank you, Coach.
And thank you.